Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Thank you for your courtesy. Kindly sit down. I have here a two-page speech. Kulang po because I'd like to talk about something else. But before that, may I make the acknowledgements. Ambassador Demetrio Tuason, we are very proud of you. You are serving the country very well. Police Director General Ronald De La Rosa, also on extended tour. Alam mo, do not be offended, but I'm okay with the armed forces. But I have a problem with the PNP, and it does not begin today, nor yesterday. It has been a perennial pain in the ass ever since. Sa Manila lang naman. Manila lang. Walang ano. There seems to be a breakdown there. I don't know what causes them to be derelicts, but the problem is the perception, although it has gained the traction of respect from the Filipino people, hindi ma-sustain yung momentum because every now and then, may mga pulis na talagang matigas. Right after martial law, class 72 kami. So we took the bar 72, it was released on 73. Right after that, I married, and so there was this aberration in the income, although libre yung bahay kasi sa nanay ko. I was forced to seek other moonlighting jobs. And I was a professor until now of the Police Academy here dito sa Davao. I've been a lecturer of criminal law, criminal evidence, pati criminal procedure. And kaya sabi ko, I know the entrails of the system. I've been mayor for 23 years under me. I had this good rapport and cooperation with the military. And kung wala sila at walang police, we could not made it in Davao to progress as much as it is now. Pero dito sa ipagyabang ko ang Davao talaga. Ang problema sa ibang lugar. And I think what is not really acceptable to me is some of the law enforcement at kasali na diyang ang NBI ang nasa droga. So I hope that they would realize, since anyway, if it is not really enough income, they might want to go somewhere else and look for another job. But itong sa droga, talagang, and it will not stop the war against drugs, ICC or no ICC, it will proceed and it would last until the day of the last day of my term. Because pag maghinto ako dito, considering the drugs that are flowing in the country by sea, and they are just throwing it, the bins, the plastic bins with a GPS, and the drug lords here can always find them in the high seas and bring them in. And it really compounds the problem also of the local industry. Marawi's war was precipitated by the service of a warrant sa isang tao doon who was accused of drugs. And nung pagpunta ng mga police, they were met with a heavy gunfire, armor, and so they had to retreat and call the armed forces in. And that was the first casualty. Yung Marines ko na about 9 of them were slaughtered. Doon sa bridge, I forgot the name, Pindi ba yan? So they were crossing that bridge and they were just being picked up like chickens. Doon nag-umpisa yun. And well, it continued until the night, and it was a full-blown rebellion the following day. So, yan ang problema dito sa droga. They just do not realize it. And just because there are dead persons, it does not necessarily mean na if there are so many dead persons, we have to stop our campaign against drugs. I said we will have to compromise the next generation. Yan ang pakimasama. Mabutit dito, kaya man kaya natin, di kayahin natin because we'd never know what kind of weaving the societal fabric after our generation. Hindi natin alam yung tahi. So we might come out with a strong nation for our children and our grandchildren, which are in front of us now, o makompromise talaga ang Pilipinas. So, dito sa panahon natin, tapusin na lang natin to. So, I have 3 more years plus. And maybe at the end of my term, we would have not really get rid of everything because that's impossible. But bring it to the barest minimum with the least casualty of people getting crazy. Yan ang unang problema. That's why I said I have to go out of my speech. Then the second is terrorism. Terrorism, kasali na dyan ang NPA. I refuse to acknowledge that they are a political body seeking. Alam mo, the reason why rebellion has a very low penalty, and all the crimes that you can commit, arson, murder, in furtherance of rebellion, talagang na-absorb them into one, and most is about 12 years. Only because people there are telling the world that we want change because corrupt itong gobyerno na itong gobyerno na ito abusado. Well, except for the private crimes, yung mga rape, hindi nakasali yan. We are willing to admit that there has been really a lack of push. For example, land reform. And I am sticking to it. My program has acquired so many hectares. I am, ito naman kasing contractualization, why don't we just follow because of the sheer number kasi. Sheer number of people needing job. But in other countries, be it Hong Kong, America, you work for a certain guy, and if he does not like the quality that you produce, you get out, you get paid, separated, and that's it. Ganun na sana, but because there are few businesses to absorb the human resource, kaya they want some radical changes. I don't think that I can really give them all kasi hindi naman natin mapilit yung mga kapitalista na kung walang pera o ayaw nila o tamad, don't make it hard for them to run the business the way they like it because that's their money. So something of a compromise must be maybe acceptable to everybody. Itong terorista, mga NPA pati kasali na ang ISIS. The ISIS is really the ISIS. I do not want to expand the definition any longer because all the rebellious factions in the Moroland area are all affiliated with ISIS. At the end of the day, they would group. I would not want to speculate about the MI, MDMN, but there is really a problem in the horizon, the darkening clouds of terrorism. So we will deal with them the same way. Wala na tayong pili dyan. The way we treat the terrorists in the southern part, most of them, we will treat them the same way that we treat everybody as terrorists. I do not believe in the ideology anymore because it is not really one which is good to be. Nobody practices it. China is very progressive. Up to the time that they were a communist country, wala. Now, I would like to send itong nag-surrender sa China and Hong Kong and see for themselves whether Marxism, Trotsky, Maoism, or Lenin is still applicable in our modern life. Kaya papadala ko sila doon, yung nag-surrender, para masabihan nila. But we will deal with them the way we should treat every criminal. For after all, they go about extortion and the ISIS kidnapping, making it hard for the Filipinos and making an existence in Mindanao almost a compromise of whether or not you want to stay here or not, or transfer to another place. So, I am not ready to make the order. But, if you're only limited to, I'm addressing myself to the civilians. Shotgun ka lang muna, pati 22. But, if things gets worse, I will allow the mobilization and the maybe purchase of the ROTC and those guys who have had military training, and I will allow you to use bear the high caliber firearms. Kasi if it's terrorism and they would do it just like any other place in the Middle East, then that is the time when we have to fight for our survival. And I would never go to a peace negotiation on bendedness. I will not. Maybe they'll just have to wait for somebody else's to fill the place. Ako, I'm not. I am not ready na takutin ako na para gaya ng komunista. Di magrarally sila, magpaparade. Yung gusto pala nila is to continue with the peace talks. Ito namang lukulukong season ito, you cannot talk since him. He wants a coalition government. He knows very well that we are ruled by a constitution. And the constitution says that sovereignty resides in the people. Since we cannot exercise all of it, at the same time, we elect leaders and representatives. That is, you have Congress, House of Representatives. Then you elect a president, who's the commander-in-chief and the chief executive of the government. Well, he can exercise the powers of the presidency because elected kami. And you just cannot join a government and exercise the powers of sovereignty through coalition. That cannot be done. That will be a violation of the Constitution. Pag sumama ako sa rationale na yan or rational, two things can happen or will happen. Either I am ousted for a serious violation of the Constitution for allowing others to take part in governance which they are not supposed to, or I will be impeached. In either case, not because I do not want the job or I want the job, I just don't like to. Ayaw ko talaga yung, lalo na yung under a threat. I'm sorry. So those are the two things that we have to prepare. We are regrouping, and I'm sure we will have to respond one of these days. I hope it would not be too serious really to cope up with all of these things at the same time. But we have a strong armed forces. I have good soldiers, and we demonstrated it. We have a capable police. They went there to die, and although I'm sad, but at the same time I am happy because I was able to show to the world that we can quell a rebellion in so short a time. So, maraming nagkukunchat ulit sa akin. I said, give it to the armed forces and to the police. Wala ako dyan. I was just the one who signed the martial law. But the actual fighting are done by my soldier. Go to my soldiers and thank them for what they did. Thank the police for their sacrifice. Ako, I wish to announce now that I want to build a strong armed forces and a strong police bago ako mag-alis sa aking opisina. They will have the priority in the purchase of second na muna yung iba. Well, of course, we want to have infrastructure, but what would it do good to us if we are a weak nation? Kaya-kayain ka lang. But if you have a strong police, and you say, do not mess up with you because I will really pakan kita, and that's what happened to the guys sa Druga. Despite or in spite of the plain view na ang Shabu tag 200, 600 kilos, the human rights and all others keep a blind eye. So if you keep a blind eye, I will ignore you. I will not talk to you. And I will not answer your accusations. Ila ang namatay sa Marawi? They were all related to drugs. 1 month before, I kept on announcing, I did not really, sinabi ko lang, do not force me to declare martial law. Stop it. I was actually talking to the guys because pati yung mga pinsan ko doon, sige tawag, ang pasahan ng baril dito malakas. Ang hindi namin alam, at hindi ko nalaman, na the ordnance was that great, that big. Yung pulburan nila, the rockets and everything, aning bala. So, but it's allowed kasi. But now, no more sale of We will buy all the ammunition. And if really it becomes to a big push from a shove, we will mobilize. And we will defeat them. The attempt to attack a city, then we are prepared. And I'm sure we are capable of doing it. I have ordered, looking for the money, but I have ordered the police to create another 5 to 7 battalions of our SAF, and the army to take in about 10,000 more. There are our neighbors who are good, and despite the boycott sa America of our needs, we are getting some firearms somewhere. I am not at liberty to divulge it, but in the next few days we'll have about 5,000 more shipment coming from a friendly country. We will survive, and we will win this pocket wars. And we will be a great nation someday. Sa aking panahon, medyo ako lang muna ang tiga-pigil. Ako lang ang, mo lang tayo. The role now is really to, but I said, at the end of the day, tapusin natin ito lahat para paglabas ko, at least ang mga anak natin wala na masyadong problema. Lalo na ang ating mga apo. And of course, ito na nangyari ngayon, because of hardships. We have to improve the Philippines para maka-absorb sila ng ang ekonomiya and the workforce. And you would know that maraming construction ngayon medyo nag-slow down because ang ating mga plumber, carpenters, masters are all in the Middle East. We are trying to get them back. May delegation ako doon. Yun ang kailangan natin. Marami tayong tao, but you cannot just pick up a guy there and order him na. Pagkabit-kabit dyan, ipuputok ito. So, we have to strengthen the TESDA. Yung lahat ng nag-surrender, we will embark on something also for the Moro people. But dito, we accept them, we give them houses, condos. Meron na, nandyan may 1,000 units nandyan sa Talomo. It was intended for the military. Pero kung marami na ang mag-surrender, sabihin ko na lang muna sa inyo, bukas na lang tayo. Gawaan ko kayo ng mas maganda. Kasi wala akong Kagaya nung Kadamay, puro kawatan. Inagaw yung mga sundalo, sabi ko, ibigay na lang ninyo yan. Sabi ko, gawin natin. Barilin natin. Mahirap lang yan. Nadadala ng mga komunista. Sabi ko nga dyan sa ano bang nakain ninyong putang? Bakit ka maniwala dyan sa Quezon? I-force in your life that you are ready to die for. Is he God? Puro utak lang yung basa ng mga libro nila Karl Marx. Tapos kayo mga gago, susunod-sunod. Kaya ako galit. Totoo yan, ha? Andyan may mga, natin. Galit ako sa mga babae, mga Amazona. Kasi before I talk sa crowd, usap kami doon. Imagine one family, husband and wife, nag-NPA. Tapos ngayon, for the first time nagsurrender, they saw the son, 17 years old na. Sabi ko, gago pala kayo eh. Bakit kayo nanganak? Kung gusto mo lang pa na mag-NPA, bakit ka nanganak? Bakit ka nag-asawa? 17 years, may doon 6 ang anak, iniwan doon sa lolo pati lola. Diba, gamitin niyo yung utak ninyo. Kaya sabi ko, totoo yan, kayo yung mga Amazona. Totoo yan eh. Sabi ko, kayo mga buang kayo, sari-sali kayo ng NPA, tapos sige anak, pabaril ko yung pik-pik ninyo para... Totoo yan, it's sort of sarcasm. Sabi ko, panak-anak kayo, tapos iwanan ninyo. Sabi ko, inyo ito, bihin ko sundalo, barilin yung pik-pik ninyo. Pero it was not actually parang pang-insulto lang yun. Do not, he who is the cause of the cause is the cause of the all. Yan ang problema. Kaya ang third batch magpunta sa Malacanang na naman. Ganoon din sabihin ko. Sige kayo panganak, iwanan ninyo, mag-NPA kayo. Hindi kayo nakaawa sa... So yun ang... never mind about the speech. Ang speech ko dito is Arms Corps. Arms Corps is a part of our lives already. Whenever we think of Arms Corps, baril yan, pati bala. So wala tayong problema. Marami na tayong bala and we can always import kung magkagulo ang Pilipinas. Only if there is a very serious threat to our republic. In the meantime, you can buy the 22 and the shotgun. It's a good defense weapon. Pambahay lang muna. Worst comes to worst, the first thing that I will do is to arm the ROTC and the reservists. And after that, the civilian. Wag muna ngayon kasi kukunin lang yan ng NPA. They will just surround you one evening, 5 of them, and they would go and say, give me your gun. And if you are with your family in a house, there's about really nothing you can do. That's how they generated the firearms here. Except for the karagatan noon, which are really galing sa Vietnam, yung mga armas. Local generation na to dito. So, out of the years na pinapatay nila, they were able to generate ambush, pang-raid. But it can happen because this is a democracy. We cannot be searching everybody and stopping them, tanuyan kung ano ka. It's not allowed. Yan ang pasista. Sabi ng mga kuloko itong mga komunista, rebellion, asdang armadong revolution. Sabi ko, sige, revolution kayo. Mag-counter ako ng revolutionary government. Itong si Duterte talagang diktador, may plano. Putang ina mo. Iya ka lang. Sabi ko nga, if by 2020, makinig kayo ha, if by 2020 there's a federal structure ready to be implemented, and it calls for a president, I will step down. Step down. I will give way to a new president. I will not tarry any longer. And if I exceed my term even by 24 hours, I am ordering the armed forces and the police to oust me, to arrest me and remove me from Malacanang. And if I do not, if I resist, shoot me. Dali lang naman yan. Isang bala lang yan. That is my guarantee to the Filipino people. Wala akong ambisyon except just to go around, talk with people, and probably eat after. That is my only happiness. Wala akong kung malaman lang ninyo kung masilip lang ninyo ang puso ko, mali yun. Maling desisyon nyo si Chris Ramos o si Gitulak. Sige, wow. Haroon magka-presidente Tagalite. Very hard job. Sabi ko nga, sweldo 200 pesos at 200,000 pesos. Ay, alam naman niyo publicly, dalawa ang asawa ko. Magkasya ba yan? Tag 100? Putang. Ako talaga totoo. Sabi ko, you want a figure I like? Yan? Give me 1,500,000. Yan ang sweldo ko. May gana pa akong magtrabaho. Pero kung ganito, I will hurry up the years. Sana bukas na. Wala akong ambition except to serve my country, make it a good place for all of us, comfortable. And when my time comes, I will go. No problem. No ambition to stay in a bit longer. Salamat po.
Thank you, Mr. President.